Epic matchup. We got Merab Dvalishvili. He's taking on Henry Cejudo. And what can you say about this fight? I mean, you got a guy that's on one of the longest and most impressive winning streaks in the history of the bantamweight division, taking on a former bantamweight champion, former flyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist. So it's the creme de la creme. It's two of the best fighters in the world matching up against each other in arguably the premier division in MMA, 135 pounds. And I think it's a great stylistic matchup. I think a lot of people are counting out Henry Cejudo just because of the outside noise and the optics of the fight, which makes sense. I mean, you look at all that definitely leans on Merab. Merab's going to be, just if you think about in the cage, he's going to be the guy that has more momentum right now. He's on a win streak. Henry came back, took that controversial loss to Aljamain Sterling. Merab Dvalishvili has been more active. He's going to be younger. He's going to have a little bit of a size advantage. So all those things are definitely pro Merab. And another thing about Merab is he has, right now everything gelling, going good. Whereas Henry recently, you just saw that he has gotten new coaches. He's left Eric Albarracin and some other guys that have been in his corner for a long time. So he's trying to mix it up, change things up for this fight to try to get some new juice. And obviously, Henry took that time off where he wasn't training. He got a lot bigger. It seemed like he gained some weight. And then he came back. And I actually thought he won that fight with Aljamain Sterling, 48-47. It was a very competitive, close fight. But they didn't give it to him on the judges' scorecards. And hopefully he knocked the rust off, got motivated, and now he's going to come back and go on a second run. But this could be, okay, I lost that fight. I put all my eggs into that basket. Almost got the win, almost got my belt back, and now I'm just going to go in, go get a couple nice paychecks, and then call it a day. So that's kind of the worry and trepidation for me with Cejudo is where's he at mentally? Is he putting 100% effort into this fight? Is he as confident as he was going into the Sterling fight? I would hope all those things are a yes, and if he fights to his optimum, then I think that it could be a good night for Henry Cejudo. I mean, you look at Merab Dvalishvili, his style is pretty obvious and everyone knows what it is. He goes in there, he's going to be moving around 100 miles an hour. He's very quick and he likes to move around on the outside. Then you'll close a distance with some straight punches. He's improved his defense a little bit. He has an okay jab. He'll throw a lot of spins. But primarily, he's wanting to use his striking to time the level change, get you on the ground. And he's not necessarily the best guy at holding opponents down. That's always been kind of a negative on Merab. But it doesn't matter because if you get back up, he'll just go back into his game plan and then take you down again. And he could take you down 40 times in a fight and not get tired. I mean, we've seen he has arguably the best cardio in the UFC. So Merab is going to be looking to, in this fight, I believe, have to strike a lot more. I mean, I don't see him going out here and taking down and controlling or hitting a lot of takedowns on a guy like Henry Cejudo. I would actually be very surprised if he took him down more than like 1-2 times in the entire fight. I mean, Cejudo's takedown defense is elite. I think he's the better wrestler. I think Merab's wrestling is extremely high level, don't get me wrong. Like, he chains things together. He's super explosive. He has a great single leg. But we've seen him, when you've seen him fight other wrestlers like Ricky Simone, he got put on his back. He got reversed with the guillotine, got mounted. He got his takedowns reversed late in the third round, held on the ground against Cody Stamann. He got taken down by Cody Stamann a couple of times as well. So if I'm Cejudo, the game plan for me is pretty obvious. I mean, you have to get in Merab's face and you have to pressure him heavily. You can't let him have that room to move around and explode in, explode out, get his game going like that because that's how he gets momentum rolling downhill. You have to get in his face, use the superior boxing in and out movement that you have, and wrestle Merab too. Try to take him down, hold him down, mix it up. I don't think either guy's going to have a ton of success holding each other down, but if someone does, I think it'll be Henry having the more success actually controlling on top. And he has to be ready to defend the takedowns, which I think he's going to be ready to do. And if he could do all that, I think that he has a great chance to win. It's just, is Henry going to be able to match the output of Dvalishvili, and is he going to come with that forward pressure game plan? Because I feel like in his last fight with Aljamain, he kind of cost himself Because I think if he would have pressured in that fight a little bit more, been more aggressive, been more willing to get in the pocket and exchange and make it more of a high-paced fight, I think he would have been able to win a lot clearer on the judges' scorecards. But maybe it was because of rust. Maybe it was because he was feeling something that people couldn't see outside the octagon. But he stayed on the outside a lot, and he used that kind of bladed stance to move around and got hit with some, unnecessary crosses and kicks, and just didn't have that activity level where I think that's kind of how Aljamain stole the fight. But man, I mean, I think the line should be close to like even money line pick 'em. So just because of that, I am going to be putting a 1 unit bet here on Henry Cejudo, and I think he's going to get the victory. So give me Henry Cejudo, get the win, get the job done, and I am going to be putting that bet on him.